Okay, well, hi. My name is Cynthia Falter. I'm a survivor of clergy abuse and priest rape by George Neville Rucker. George Neville Rucker was a priest at St. Anthony's Catholic School in El Segundo, California. Uh, George Neville Rucker raped both myself and my sister when we were very young. I was in first, second, and third and fourth grade. And the reason I'm sharing this story is because I'm really tired of all the secrets and lies, and I know that there's a whole lot of people out there, just like myself, um, who suffer a great deal. When a person takes a very young child and does these kinds of things, it destroys their life. And the older they get, the harder it is to pretend it didn't happen anymore. And doing this YouTube interview to tell all of you other survivors of clergy sex abuse that you're not alone, and we can get through this together. And I would love to see any comments, or I will respond to any comments about anything, any questions you might have in response to what's happened. Recently, it was put to me that there's a possibility that Cardinal Mahoney will meet and apologize to me personally. And frankly, the sad part is that I had asked before there was court with the Los Angeles Archdiocese, before there was any court, the only thing I ever asked was that he give my mother a personal apology. And here it's taken 6 years, in excess of 320 interrogatory questions of the disgusting details that they made me answer. And then they settled. What was that? What was that? I don't understand that. I would have much more preferred that they would have taken me to court. Let's talk about the details, the disgusting details of what they did to us, dragging us out of school and molesting us the way that they did when we were supposed to be learning about catechism. I would have much rather have had those things go on court record than to have had this money. This money is not going to fix me. It's as good as gone. What was that? Well, the attorneys take 45% of that, and I'm left with enough to maybe get a house, and if I'm lucky, I'll be able to maintain for a couple years, and then I'm broke again. What is that? It's pitiful. All I really wanted was for this stuff to come out publicly to protect other children, so this doesn't happen anymore. And now the Pope is here, and he gives us beautiful flowery little words, but where in that did he say? Did he say, I command you bishops and cardinals who are under me to right now, this moment, this day, from this day forward, release any and all documents that reveal the consistent pattern of pedophilia, or reveal the technical details about where these priests are that are continuing to rape children, not only here in the United States, even as I speak, but throughout the world? Now, come on, Mr. Ratzinger, if you're really God-minded, show us your God-mindedness. Give us back our faith. I was once a Catholic too. How can I be Catholic? How can I follow a belief that doesn't do God-minded things? How can I do that? I can't. I don't kneel before anybody. The book that I was brought up on said I kneel before one God, not a man in a robe. It said I kneel before one God, and that's what it said. Now, I'm not even sure where I am with all that right now, but the point of me making this video is to say, to me, I see a man in a woman's dress who has a lot of political power and claims he believes in this theological diversity of Catholicism. Okay? Well, if you believe all that stuff in that book that we read, that I like to read by occasion when I can, except for oftentimes it's interrupted because, after all, George Neville Rucker did use quotes from the Bible to rape me as a little bitty child, first, second, and third grade. So sometimes my reading is interrupted by flashbacks. But aside from that, If you really believe the things that you read in that Bible, what part are you following? Are you following the part about loving thy neighbor or being honest? Well, what part are you following? I'm not sure, because what I've studied in Catholicism, there's not supposed to be ideology. We're not supposed to kneel before other people, and a person in your position really should try to come forward a little bit more and be honest. Hey, let's just know more secrets. What is with this secret survivor abuse meeting? Where are the kahunas in all this? Why couldn't you meet with all of us survivors? Why couldn't you step aside? Once again, you're re-victimizing the victims. Once again, you're re-victimizing the victims. I am a survivor. Because of this clergy sex abuse situation, I've lost my 9-year-old son to the state of Florida, even though after 24 months of investigation there was no proof of any of those allegations they made against me. I really miss my son. Joyani Lombardo Vukmanovich, I love you. You're out there. You're coming home. There was no reason I should have lost my son other than I was poor. I was poor, and the Catholic Church really did not help me like they should have during this litigation so that I could have maintained keeping my son. I am not giving up. I am not going to be quiet. That money does not make me be quiet. I am going to continue to tell my story, the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and I will not do it in secrecy. I am more than willing to give any kind of interview to Fox, CNN, AP, I don't care who. You can have the documents. I'm telling you right now, you can have my documents from my attorney, Catherine Freeberg. You're welcome to have them. I would love more than anything else for you to just go ahead and look them over. Anybody who's in the press, you want to print them, please feel free. I'm sure my sister Gloria, even though she wasn't involved in the litigation because she was too emotionally incapacitated at the time, she also will be willing to give a statement. And I'm sure I could probably talk my mother into it too. And maybe even my other sister Teresa. There's a lot more to this story of us being raped by Catholic priests and how it's enveloped in our families. The impact. Society expects us to look a certain way, to act a certain way, to speak a certain way. The truth is, my trust issues are not very good. My look good doesn't always look good, but my person in here is a beautiful, wonderful person. I am a beautiful, wonderful person. And I'm extremely protective of children. And I'm an extremely good mother. I have a son who's been to Iraq twice. I have a son who really is excelling in his career. I don't know how well he'll exceed in the military career after his mother being honest about this whole situation, because let's face it, politics sometimes aren't always very nice about truth. Now, are they? My other son, who's 21, he's really healthy. His head is on more straight, and my 26-year-old's head is on more straight than most young people you'll ever meet their age. Yet, I don't have my 10-year-old son. Why? Because the state of Florida decided that it was in his best interest that they have him. And it was all about because I was poor. It was all about because I was suing the Catholic Church. In fact, 2 weeks after they terminated my parental rights, wait, let me interject right there. It was said, let me see, it was said, after 24 months of investigation, there was no proof of any allegations in my case against my son. Yet, they took my son away from me. But 5 months after this happened, that's when Cardinal Mahoney settled. And then, within a couple weeks after they terminated my parental rights, I get a letter from, watch this now, pay close attention, Catholic Social Services sends me a letter saying if I want to keep in contact with my son, I'll fill out this form, and when he's 18 he can reach me. You know, if this isn't heresy, if this isn't political manipulation, I don't know what is.